Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your March 2016 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Libra. Now, just so you guys know, I did get sick in February, and so I am behind on my recording schedule. So I didn't get to do the mid-February videos, and I probably won't get a chance to do the March mid videos for you guys, but I am going to try to do my sex and relationship videos again. It may not be for March, or maybe for mid-March, but I'm going to do my best with it with the recording schedule that I have right now. Also, guys, just so you know, you can check out my calendar page on my website, oracledaphne.com, my availability. As far as what my availability is for March and booking out later into March. The way to book the reading, though, however, you need to email me, or else I won't see that you've posted a comment. That's not how you book a reading. You have to email me, or else it just won't work. So, because I don't get notified, my website doesn't notify me if somebody posts a comment. It's just, they just don't. Just not how it works. So, make sure you're doing that. Elizabeth Olson 31, and that's OLSON. Elizabeth Olson 31 at gmail.com. That's my email. And oracledaphne.com is my website. So that's my spiel, guys. I have been shuffling and shuffling here. So I think it's ready. And again, this video is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Libra. I apologize for the lighting. I decided to go out and get some sunshine and take a walk, and I really shouldn't have, and then I got caught up playing with the horses next door. It was really fun though. So the two of them, there's two horses, and one of them like dominates and won't let the other one eat anything. So like I end up like running and outsmarting the one that wants to dominate. And so I run down to the end, and the other one, so the one of them follows me. We kind of outrun the other horse, outsmart him. That's how you do it. Anyways, Libra, let's see what we've got here for you. A lot of chaos and confusion. Not really. This is usual for Libra. No offense. To me, it's just chaos. It's chaos and confusion in March. This is a lot of, like, it's almost really disjointed. To me, it's too disjointed. I'm actually going to redo it. It's hard to read it. If it's this way, this means I feel like you have too much going on. There's too many, like, different elements, and there's too many, like, people to kind of make sense of it. It's just not clear. It could be that, Libra, you are having a difficult time making sense. There may be some fog in your mind about what's going on with different situations. There may be a situation which you need to move on from. I feel like in March, that's like a theme that's been going on for a lot of people, and different. Using your sword of truth, which is your tongue, to tell people what the deal is, that did show through for that spread. But I feel like you may, and that's in the future too, so that's mid-March potentially. Seriously. Wow. Okay, Libra again, but this one's a little bit more clear. I'm just gonna go with it. Very disjointed. Get the Ace of Swords again. Wow. And the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords has come up for every sign, I think. Maybe with one exception. So I'm going to start with this. This is the outcome for this spread, and I'm just going to read the spread. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I do post my videos in the beginning of the month, and I will be posting April's around the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Just so you guys know, consistent. Try to be consistent about that. But anyways, I'm starting at the very end, which is the end of March. The Page of Swords has come up for everyone, and I think it's because there is an ending of sorts to a cyclical thing that we're all kind of going through. I think it's I feel like there's going to be more abundance energy that's kind of coming in, that I feel very kind of strongly about financially for a lot of people. It's also, it has to do with relationships as well. We go through cycles in relationships where we're either single or we're married or we're in a partnership or something. And this is a card about separation. So a lot of people may be separating, in March for some reason. There may be some kind of catalyst. The Page of Swords is also asking for help, being lifted up out of hardship, no longer being in a place of hardship, which is really awesome. Okay. I feel like this is relationship related primarily because Libra is very, very focused on relationships. Now, if you don't have a relationship, you're not in a relationship, you're single, there may be some, I want to say, blockages or stops and starts for you more so. And you may actually need to ask for help. I'm sorry about the vacuuming upstairs. You may need to ask for help because for whatever reason you're not able to manifest the prosperity yourself. There's something here too, and maybe that's part of it because Libra needs to focus on the other person, which is healthy for the Libra. So it is possible that like you trying to do it all yourself or whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's a project, it's a new business, whether it's making your own website, whatever it is that you're doing by yourself. Maybe you're in school and you're trying to study and you're studying by yourself. Maybe what's needed is like you connecting to the group, you connecting to somebody else, you asking for somebody else's help, maybe getting a study group, maybe calling up a friend and saying, hey, I need your help on this website. Maybe it's doing something where you're not alone. And maybe you're tired of being alone because you do have the Five of Cups in the position of your attitude later in March, and that is, how much longer should I have to wait before life to begin? How much longer should I have to wait before something good happens? How much longer do I have to wait before things get easier? But because you're waiting on it, I feel like you're so overwhelmed with your emotions and you're waiting on it, it's blocking you from having it. It's interesting. It's like you could have this sooner. You could have it sooner. Things could happen sooner, but they're not because you're either postponing it. Either you're postponing it because of indecision, because Libras are very indecisive, or you're postponing it or it's postponed from you because there needs to be a separation. Somebody needs to be out of your life in order for you to have that prosperity. So it could be your partner who's blocking the prosperity. I see this as if you're a Libra male, this could be your partner who's blocking, or somebody who's negative, somebody who's very emotional. The Five of Cups person is the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it's just, but I feel like this is in the position of your attitude. So even if you're a guy, let's just say you're a guy, you're kind of overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed with your own emotion. You may have some strong Pisces or Cancer or something in your chart as well. Scorpio or something in your chart too. And you may be very overwhelmed with things. What needs to happen is more action steps. If you're sitting on the couch and going, okay, what should I do next? I don't know, and not doing anything, then you need to separate from your partner. If you're in a relationship, you need to separate. They need to go, okay? Or you need to go. If you're a girl, you need to go. If you're a guy, you need to go. Maybe they need to go. There's a lot of different scenarios here, but somebody needs to leave, okay? You have the Page of Swords who's moving away from hardship, who's moving away, sometimes it's actual moving. Again, it's actual separation. It's actual somebody who's moving out. And you have the Ace of Swords, which is you using your sword of truth. See, the problem is once you use your sword of truth, it can cause a lot of upset. So it is potentially like the person that you're telling your truth to maybe become very like almost like, instead of paralyzed by fear, which is like one of the other signs, maybe it was Leo that was paralyzed by fear. That to me, the partner is in such a state of shock and emotion and overwhelmed, they don't even know what to do about it. They're just like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. Did you really just say that? Holy shit, you know? Your partner is going to be really shocked, I want to say, and very upset. And they may just not know what to do, and they may not take any action steps. And what needs to happen is they need to leave. You may tell them they need to leave, but they may not understand. I mean, it's sort of like you wanting to break up with someone, but they're not hearing you. You're like saying, I want a divorce. And they're like, no fucking way. In your dreams, pal. And you're like, okay, but we're not supposed to be together anymore. Like, this isn't working. They're like, tough shit, not getting you a divorce, da-da-da. You know, this is that kind of thing. I'm not saying this is who they are or how they are, but I'm saying there's a resistance if you're in a relationship on your partner's part to leave. Maybe they think you need to leave, you know, or maybe they're just such in a state of shock that they just can't, they're not the kind of person that just goes and packs their bags, okay? Things don't happen quickly. The air signs, things happen very quickly, okay? The water signs, things move a little bit more slowly, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces. If you're dealing with a Pisces, like, it could take 2 years for that to happen. You can tell them you want them to move out, and 2 years later, 3 years later, they will. Or indefinitely. They might not ever move out. So you have to really, you need to get them to do some action. And if you have a lot of Pisces or something, water in your chart, you need to take some action steps, and you need to leave. That's what needs to happen. Because I feel like the sword is like the truth. The sword is like the honesty, the person that has said their piece and has decided to move on. This is the breakup conversation. This can also be someone who's been single. You know, this can be the single life, because to me the A's I'm starting to see as like a single person, just like kind of having to deal with, you know, their single life, or maybe being single for a while and maybe getting fed up with it, or just like learning to be single and not caring like about what other people say or what other people think. It can also be moving on from negative people in your life, telling them to go fuck off, telling people that you're really done. You know, that's the Ace of Swords. Telling people that, or just being done. You don't have to actually say anything, but a lot of times it is a conversation, and Libras are very vocal. So a Libra is going to tell you. Libra, you know, if you're in a relationship with a Libra, they're going to tell you where they're at. They're going to be like, I don't see this going anywhere. I'm sorry, it's over. If you're watching this for somebody else and they're a Libra and they've told you it's over, it is over. That's it. That's how it is. You may not want it to be, but that's the reality. And if you're a Libra and you have spoken your piece and there's this other person that doesn't want to leave, then that's their problem, and you need to get them to go. You need to say a prayer. They need to hear you. They need to respect you. I feel like they're not respecting you. At the same time, they're slow movers, okay? It's like a slow moving thing. It's like somebody, again, who just doesn't move quickly, okay? I want to say that too, you may be in a relationship with a Gemini, okay? Geminis too. Geminis, they can move and they can be quick, but they can also be very, very, very slow, okay? Because they can be paralyzed by their emotions, not knowing what to do, becoming very overwhelmed. Once a Gemini becomes overwhelmed and they start to spin out of control, their mind starts to spin out of control, there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait for them to calm down. That's all that's what has to happen. And the Five of Cups is interesting because it is a card about waiting. It is a card about non-movement. They're standing on the edge of the ocean of emotion going, how much longer? Why do I have to do this? Why is this person saying this to me? All this stuff. Boo-hoo. You know, and they're crying their eyeballs out. Okay. So that's what I think about that. And it's interesting that I talk about crying your eyeballs out, and I look down, and what's going on in the position of emotions? You're crying your eyeballs out, okay? You got the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This is change, okay? This is change. This is being upset about a breakup. Again, this is the breakup conversation moving on, moving upwards, getting out, okay? I feel like that's what's happening. The Emperor is also showing up. It's fated to be a certain way, okay? It's fated to be where you do, to me this is very strong energy, say your piece, or somebody does. This is the Emperor having the final say, having the final word. This is the fate saying, this cannot continue, period. This is fated for you to make the decision, because the Ace of Swords is the decision, and I like to see that for you, Libra. I like to see it. It's fated to be where you make up your mind and you say, I am going to do this, and that's it. Or you say, I'm going to, or I'm not going to do that. Or you say, I'm no longer going to be in this relationship, and you pull the plug. It's actually good that that's happening. It's interesting that I said that for a couple other signs too, because in the center of everything, in the heartbeat of the reading, you have two really difficult cards. You got the 2 and the 3 of Swords, okay? So the 2 is about the bloody wanker, the asshole, the person who's emotionally unavailable. Someone thinking that it's going to go farther, and then only to find out that they say, if you push this person, see again, there's the sword energy, strong. It's very, very strong. If you're a Libra, you may actually have some Taurus, Aries, or Capricorn in your chart. There's some things you're dealing with a very strong-willed person. Either you're a very strong-willed person, or the person that you're watching this for is very strong-willed, okay? They have the final say, and they're saying, I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want this to continue. I am done. Like, that's it. But if you push the 2 of Swords person, so the Swan is standing there, let's just pretend, the story of the 2 of Swords to me, the Swan is standing there, saying to the guy, to me the Swan is the girl, the guy, you know, and again, this is gender non-specific, it could be 2 girls and it could be 2 guys, okay? But I see it as a female swan saying to the douchebag, I totally can see this going somewhere. This is a great relationship. We have great sex, we have good conversation, we, you know, enjoy each other's company, we have a lot of things in common, our kids go to the same schools, and there he is not returning your phone call. There he is not talking to you. There he is not wanting to communicate. There he is telling you, please don't call me, please, I don't see this relationship going anywhere. Maybe he's told you, I don't see this relationship going anywhere, or I don't want commitment. And then you push one more time to get him to maybe agree with you, or get him to go out with you, or you contact him again, and then that's when the curtain comes down, and he says, he finally says, I don't like how I don't think we're a great match, and these are hurtful things that he is saying. In a way, you're forcing him to tell you, or her, to tell you what they really think and why. It's like you need to know why, and Libras usually do need to know why a lot. But in this case, finding out why is not in your best interest. Chances are you'll find out why, and it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your feelings, okay? You're going to find out why, and it's just not going to be to your liking. Women have a hard time with rejection, just as much as guys do. Women really do. So if you're female and you're getting rejected by a guy, this is going to hurt you. And I'm sorry to see this, you know. This is just being hurt terribly by somebody else, really bad. But it's fated to be where this argument or this disagreement or this situation comes to an end, because the fate is matching up with it. So there's something that's pushed you to this point. It's like the story here is very clear now. It's like, to me, there's a disagreement. There's something where you're not seeing eye to eye with your partner. Now, if you are single, this is maybe having a disagreement or something with somebody else in your life. It doesn't have to be a relationship to, you know, a romantic partner. It could be someone in your family. It could be a friend. It could be, you know, some issue where, you know, somebody's not hearing you. You know, you say something, but somebody's not hearing you. It's just like, you know, and it could also be again, you might see the potential in someone and they don't want to. For whatever reason, they're not talking to you. Like, it's like you may see romantic potential, but you're going to end up getting hurt because in the end, they're going to finally tell you, you know, I'm not totally into you. They're going to say they're not into you. And you're going to have to move on from it if you're single, okay? But again, this could be somebody else in your life that you're just not communicating well with. It could be a father figure, because the Emperor a lot of times is a father figure, okay? Dad, uncle, brother, like an older brother or older best friend or something like that. Somebody who's like that person. And they're very, very strong. Again, this is a strong-willed individual. Now, what's going on around this is you have the Chariot as the foundation, which is things that are moving quickly. This can also be an Aquarius or Cancer female that was in your life in the distant past. You know, she likes to move fast. Okay, this is her. She has a need for speed. The Chariot person does. It could just be someone that you were interacting with. You may have had the hots for her. You may still have the hots for her because you have the Ten of Cups in the recent past. Okay, so this is, you know, you hooking up with someone. Okay, maybe you. I don't know. I feel like the story here is very clear. It's like you met somebody in the distant past. Maybe you hooked up with them. Maybe you had sex. Maybe you didn't. But whatever happened, you know, maybe you saw it, you know, started a relationship with them and it's just not going anywhere. And then, I mean, this is kind of a classic girl meets guy. They hit it off. They have sex, and then suddenly the guy disappears and doesn't want to have anything to do with the other person. They're like, and the girl's going, "What just happened?" Like, I thought he was into me. I thought he liked me. And what really happened was, and she feels taken advantage of because she thought he wanted a relationship. But maybe in the beginning, he was married. Okay, maybe in the beginning he's married and you can't have a relationship with him. Or maybe in the beginning he told you, because guys usually do, that he didn't want a relationship. He just, maybe he played it off. Maybe those words didn't actually come out of his mouth. Maybe he said, you know, he didn't know what he wanted, but he wanted to see where things went. Or maybe he wanted to see where things could go. Or something, you know, some bullshit like that. You know, whatever came out of his mouth in the beginning is the bullshit that you need to believe. Okay? Because that's the truth. And women don't really hear it very well. And Libras like to think there's more meaning in things. There's more meaning, and they like to research, and they like to kind of put two and two together. And sometimes in this case, there is no putting two and two together. This person is just not into you in the way that you were into them. Okay? That's kind of how I see it. And again, you may have just had the hots for somebody. Something may not have actually happened. Okay? Although most likely it did, because you know, and again, this could be you getting over an old relationship, something old, something in the past, something like that's being dug up again, you know, resurrected, you know. But I feel like the story here is clear for most of you. If you're single, this is just having the hots for somebody. If you were in a relationship or were in a relationship or thought you were in a relationship, it's no longer going to go anywhere. There's going to be some kind of separation. If you're married, most likely there's going to be a separation followed by divorce shortly after that. The Page of Pentacles, you know, to me, is you, Libra. And it's also someone who's in school, too. Someone who's young, someone who's in school. This is like a young Libra, okay? It can also be a earth sign female, but a lot of times I do see her as being very simple, very bookish. Could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I feel like that's you. This is also fertile myrtle, you know, getting pregnant very easily. Some of you, you know, you may have gotten pregnant, you know, with this person, and now you can't get through to this person, or now this person doesn't want to have anything to do with you, and later down the line you're going to have their child. You know, this is like kind of like, to me it's not a worst case scenario, because I think children are blessings, but at the same time for you it may be very hurtful to go through this process. There may be also some loss, so you may have gotten pregnant and lost the child, and then, you know, couldn't, you know, and then the relationship didn't go forward. And you still feel some kind of loss from this. just a lot of complicated, messy emotions, a lot of heartbreak. I just feel like there's heartbreak. You know, you got the 2, the 3, you got the Ace of Swords, the 2, and then the 3. And then you have the Page and then the King. So because you have all this Swords energy, it's you know, the 2 and the 3 are very negative Sword energy, which is hurtful stuff. Arguments, things said that hurt you. The Ace is very positive because you've decided to move on from this. But at the same time, moving on isn't easy for you. It's like you need to move on, but you're having a hard time with it. That's kind of how I see it. You're emotionally upset. You're not over it. You need to work on getting past it, doing some action, things that are going to make you feel better. You need to work on cheering yourself up, okay? Whether it's going out and having fun, doing something fun. The longer you stand there going, when am I going to be Mr. Right? How long is it going to take? You know, it's not going to happen when you're in that place of longing. So you need to get to a place where, you know, you're going out. That's what I want to say. Going out more. Doing more action things. Action steps. The positive thing is that the Chariot is the foundation. So that means this is success. This is winning. And the other positive thing is that even if you are pregnant or even if you are, you know, about to have a baby at some point in March, I do feel like it's a blessing. I don't feel like it's a negative thing. I feel like moving on from this relationship, if you were in a relationship, is going to be a blessing. And I feel like you are going to heal in time. You know, we've got the Star card is underneath everything. You are going to heal. You are going to heal from any hurt or anything that somebody said or any kind of traumatic thing that you went through. You're going to heal. So work on the healing part, work on letting things go, work on just accepting things for how they are. Have a good cry, but then don't let yourself be continue to be upset, because I feel like this is you having a lot of worries and having a lot of emotions just kind of stir up. So don't try not to go back and rehash anything. And don't try to communicate with that person, because I feel like if you do try to communicate with that person, it's going to end up bad for you. I don't want to see that for you. So, and you are blocked because of your overwhelming emotions, really. Needing to sort through your emotions and needing to understand, you know, get your head kind of on straight and understand, okay, this is what's going on. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. Make a plan. It's kind of, you need to work on your plan of being happy, of living your life, and not letting any of this negativity or any of these emotions get you down. I feel there's a lot of female energy, less the Libra guys watching this. But if you are a Libra guy, there just could be something that you've hurt, so you need to be careful about that. And someone who may not want to leave and they need to. So that's kind of what I'm feeling if you're a Libra guy. If you're married, there may be some things that go on in the marriage that are very hurtful, things that you say. Be very careful what you say, because I feel like it can be very hurtful to some people. Libras can be very honest and brutally honest in some cases. So yeah, that's all that I'm getting. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and being very loyal, you know, subscribers and followers and everything. Definitely follow me on Twitter, because I do go on there and I do let everybody know, okay, what's going on with me. I did let everybody know that I was sick. And I am much better now, obviously. So thank you guys for all your happy birthday wishes. And I still haven't made chocolate mousse. I'm going to. I can say that like every video. I'm going to. So, but I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best.